Hello students, welcome to Kipichai Vitaya School video presentation. This is your science teacher, Teacher Mai. And today's lesson we are going to learn about energy flow in ecosystem. So first we have group of organism. First we have producer, second is consumer, and the last one is decomposer. We're done discussing this one last meeting. Now let's proceed. So sun is the primary source of energy for life, right? So producer, which is the first of organism, so from the sun, they convert solar energy into chemical energy using photosynthesis to make their own food. So their food in the form of starch is stored in tissues, which can be transferred as energy to another group of organism, which is consumer, on the next trophic level. So energy flow in ecosystem. First we have food chain. So it is the flow of energy from the primary to the various trophic levels of consumers. And the next one is we have food web. It represents the complex path of energy flow. But today we are going to focus only on food chain. So again, food chain, it shows where different organisms get their food and how energy is transferred across a different organism. So we have, which is the beginner, uh, or our food chain is begin with the producer, which is the plants. Next, we have next level is primary consumer, which is squirrel. Then the second one is secondary consumer, which is snake. Then the tertiary consumer is eagle. So here, our food chain begins with the producer, right, which is plant. Then second consumer, which is squirrel. So squirrel gets its energy from the plants. Then our snake gets its energy by eating the squirrel. Then our tertiary consumer, which is the eagle, or the highest level of our food chain, gets its energy by eating its secondary consumer, which is snake. So from this diagram shown above here, the food chains show here the different organisms get their food and how energy is transferred across a different organism. So from the plant, energy transferred to the squirrel, then energy of the squirrel will be transferred into the snake, and snake energy will be transferred to the eagle. So now, the food energy is transferred from one organism to another in a sequence of eating and being eaten in an ecosystem. At each step of the food chain, only 10% of energy is passed on the next level, while approximately 90% of lost as heat. That is to say, only 10 grams of energy of every 1000 gram of energy is spent on life processes, while the other 90% grams is lost. So this known as the law of 10% law of energy transfer. So now we have here how the energy according to the 10% law. So first we have the sun, right? So sun is the primary source. It has the energy of 100,000 joules. So when you say joules, it is the unit of work energy. being passed or transferred to. Then the next one, we have plants from the sun, and plants will going to have 10,000 joules. So plants will be eaten by the squirrel. Squirrel are going to have 1,000 joules. Then squirrel will be eaten by our snake. Snake we're going to have 100 joules. Then eagle, it will eat. The snake will be eaten by the eagle. Eagle we're going to have 10,000 joules of energy. So this is how our energy flow in our ecosystem by according to 10% law. So that's it, the end of our lesson about energy flow in an ecosystem. I hope you learned something to me. So we're going to continue our lesson next meeting. Thank you everyone for listening. Goodbye and have a great day.